Okay, folks, it's that time of the year. We finally reached that point that for a long time up until a few years ago, Cuse fans like me enjoyed. But heck, we haven't had much to cheer about the last few years. Yep, it's time for March Madness. Everything is on sale, 50 to 70% off. Ding, 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 ding. All right, let's not get carried away. It's not that March Madness. It's the madness that happens every year where we love to see the little guys play the big guys and maybe knock them off, or to see who the best is for NCAA college basketball. But like I said, last few years, no Syracuse. Mainly because, hey, Jim Boeheim kind of slacked off in his last few years, and so far, Red Autry hasn't delivered on what he's promised, especially this year. One of the worst records that Syracuse has had since the 60s, 14 and 19. And it would have been a minor miracle even if we had reached the final game of the ACC tournament to make it into the tourney. But I digress. There's always next year, there's always the thought of Kyan Anthony, being like his old man, helping Syracuse. I don't know whether there's going to be enough talent with the Cuse to make a run for the national title, but there's always hope. But we're going to see who's going to be the best in the NCAA. A lot of me is thinking Auburn and Duke possibly meeting in the championship game, as both those teams are well-balanced championship caliber teams. But of course, you could see the little guys step up. And speaking of the little guys, we got 3 new teams in the NCAA tournament this year. Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville, and we also have Omaha. And I kind of wonder if Peyton Manning is somewhere near, probably rooting for him. Because, he'll probably be yelling, Omaha, Omaha, Omaha. And I don't think he's calling for an audible. I think he's rooting for him. But, of course, the third team also is in the women's tournament, I think, as a 16 seed. And with this North Carolina school, it has to be the high point of their season. But I digress. It's going to be always interesting because, heck, tonight the first 4 starts at its traditional location, Dayton, Ohio. And why the heck did they select Dayton, Ohio to be the location for the first 4? Pretty interesting. Of course, once Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday roll around, it is one of the wildest weekends in all of sports, in all of basketball. Wall-to-wall basketball, wall-to-wall hoping that little guys can take out the big guys, especially when you hope a 16 seed can knock off a number 1 seed. But we'll see. It is March Madness. And I'm going from talking about March Madness to talking about Syracuse just the least little bit. Both basketball and lacrosse. Disappointing way for the Cuse to end their season. Yeah, there was hope after they knocked off Florida State and sent Leonard Hamilton, one of the good coaches of this era, into retirement. But then we thought we could play against SMU. Heck, on their home court, we nearly defeated the Mustangs. And darn it if that ball could have gone in off of J.J. Starling. But on a neutral court, we just showed, hey, same old thing. It seems as though Syracuse can't take care of business, has to revert to old ways, and also suck. Yeah, that's what happened against Southern Methodist, 73-53. Horrendous way to end the season. But I also kind of wonder if there was any room for the Cuse to be in what seems to be an endless array of tournaments. Heck, now that there's not only the NCAA tournament, you got 4 others, including the NIT. I mean, now you got another new tournament, I guess, being done out in Las Vegas or down in Miami. There's 5 of them now. You think somebody could have found room for the Cuse. But of course, there's that transfer portal to worry about. Because, I mean, you go in, energize. And I mean, I kind of wonder if Spock or Scotty is going to be around there. Eminently logical, Scotty. I kind of wonder if maybe we can teleport Syracuse here. I don't know if I can, Spock, but I mean, I'm going to give her all my juice. Well, Syracuse didn't go into any of the tournaments, neither did the women. You know, same old thing last few years. Now let's hope that Kai and Anthony and the incoming recruits, or any that come through the portal, can help the Cuse and help Red Autry. I'm still kind of seething over the fact that he's going to be the coach again next year. It seems to me he can't coach worth a diddly squat at times. Have double-digit leads and then lose them all. You know, as a coach, you have to make adjustments on the fly. So, I mean, heck, once a team starts making inroads like that, that you can adjust and stabilize. You didn't do it, Mr. Autry. Heck, you look more like Gene Autry. And I mean, I'm going to start acting like Gene Autry if you start off next year pretty bad. Bum-ba-dee-da, bum-ba-dee-da, happy trails to you until we don't meet again. That's what I want to say to you. But I mean, heck, disappointing end. Of course, some light there for the lacrosse team. 2 big games coming up this week. Manhattan tonight in the Dome and Colgate on Saturday. Heck, when we got Manhattan, are we going to hear somebody singing, "Honey, you are my shining star, don't you go away"? Heck, good old love song by a group called the Manhattans. And of course with Colgate, hey, our old friends from Madison County, Hamilton to be exact, we gotta brush our teeth. No, I'm not gonna spit. That's usually what happens after you brush your teeth. But heck, keep it going, Cuse Lacrosse. You're now the bright point, or as the North Carolina school says, the high point moving forward. Let's go, lacrosse. Let's see if we can salvage something. Last but not least, I'm going to talk about the local basketball. You know, for the girls, none of the local teams made it past Section 5, Section 6, the Far West Regionals, heading towards Troy. I'm kind of thinking it's still Troy where they play the state Final Four for the girls. But this year for the guys, they moved it from Glens Falls to Binghamton. And we got 2 schools to look at, both Wayne and Honeoye, because they are in the Finger Lakes League. And you kind of wonder, Wayne, yep, right there in Ontario, right along that stretch of 104, one of the most dangerous roads in New York State. No wonder why when I'm driving on 104, going through Wayne, I gotta go. You never know what could happen on 104. And of course, Honeoye, right there at the north end of Honeoye Lake, off of Route 20. You gotta dip down the hill, down into Honeoye, and you kinda wonder, you see Honeoye or Richmond. Is there some butler there? "Hey, Richmond, it's Honeoye." "Oh, yes, sir. I think I've got to get some food on the table." "Or you rang, sir." "Yeah, no lurching." But hey, we gotta see how Wayne and Honeoye do in the state Final Four down in Binghamton, not Glens Falls this year. It's gonna be interesting. And very last but not least, who watched the Players' Championship? It always is a treat watching that tournament. the unofficial fifth major, right at Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, right at one of the custom-made golf courses, especially with the island hole. You know, heck, it's quite easy on that hole to lose balls. And then if you hit too many, you're going to throw your maybe few $1,000 clubs into that pond. Congratulations, Rory McIlroy. Let's keep it going with Augusta 4 weeks away. And I'm Ken Haas. That's my story this week, and I'm sticking to it.